Whenever you're doing a heist game, prep should be 90% of what you're doing. Hear me out on this. So, someone pointed out that the reason Blades in the Dark was actually so successful is because it looks like you've done all of the prep work before, so therefore you can actually get to the exciting stuff. And I'm saying the exciting stuff when it comes to a heist or thievery or whatever sucks because you have to split the party. You can't all be together if it's a stealth-based mission, right? We're talking stealth-based missions. Other heists that don't require stealth-based missions are fantastic. Here's why this works. This only works if you build your heist a specific way. If you build a heist and you put out a map and you put all these things together and you come up with how that heist is supposed to go as the dungeon master, all it is an argument between your players. Well, we should be doing this, we should be doing this, or we got to figure out this, we got to figure out this, and you're just sitting there as a dungeon master going, ha ha ha. That doesn't work. What works is when you put the obstacles in front of your players and they come up with some stupid way to get around it, yes, absolutely. Or they're like, hey, remember the old wizard that was in the tower? I bet he would know something about this. Yes, he does. It doesn't matter where your players decide to go, that first step is always the right step. That's what creates arguments, as players having problems figuring out the information. If they make an assumption about something that you didn't come up with as Dungeon Master, yes, that's right. This is where yes and works really, really well. What you're trying to do is make it so the players are developing a plan and then executing that plan. And for the most part, that plan is going to work. Ocean's 11 doesn't work. Every heist movie you've ever looked at doesn't work. The players came up with the idea and the Dungeon Master went, you know what? I think that'll work. It's not going to work. It's never going to work. That's never going to work. And that's okay. We are creating a collaborative storytelling adventure of a heist. So remember that. When you put the obstacles in front of your players, let their solutions work. Most of the time. Sometimes you can be like, yeah, you can try that. And as a dungeon master, you can go, you happen to know there's another obstacle. You should probably consider what's behind that, or not. In a heist, I've had hundreds of heists go off without a hitch, where there's a complication because someone failed to check at some point in time. That's where the excitement comes in. Or they didn't collect a piece of information and they had to think on their feet. All of those things happen, and those are all okay. And that's what makes them feel good. But in the end, yes and or no but are very important when it comes to heists.